Binocular is getting very sweaty indeed. He is there. He is. You can see him there next to us. He is getting very buzzy. We know he's a buzzy horse. He is getting very sweaty indeed. So be fascinating to see. It's a massive field. Can they come through from behind? But we expect a fast pace. The light blue, the old horse Hardy Eustace, and David Pipes blinkered for the first time, Asana. We await for the signal for the goggles to come down. The champion hurdle is now a minute away.
Every position taken in the stands and on the lawn, every vantage point, every television crowded round. This is the Smurfit Kappa Champion Hurdle 2009, and the man calling it, Simon Holt.
And as Tomo indicated there, every chance that this is going to be run at a furious pace. It's the biggest field for the Champion Hurdle since Morley Street beat 23 others in 1991. Crackaway Jack, the paddock pick, Ashkazar. We had to put Binocular and Sublimity negative. They just didn't look great in front of the stands, and they're going to come out and make a line. Snap Tie at the back of them will have to join them. He's a little bit behind Snap Tie at the moment. The starter can't let them go. Not yet. Snap Tie and Richard Johnson not with the field at the moment. Just cantering now, just out of shot to the right. Here he comes. So they're now together. Crackaway Jack at the back, coming in, and away they go. Cheer goes up for the Smurfit Kappa Champion Hurdle of 2009. Ozana and Hardy Eustace to the first. Great jump from Ozana at the first. Already well strung out with Crackaway Jack and Snap Tie, the last two at the back of the field. Ozana in the blinkers, last year's runner-up from Hardy Eustace, the dual champion Celestial Halo in the red sleeves, then the grey Other Mix and Catch It, last year's winner, followed by Brave Inca, Ashgazar near side, the grey Cybergenic in a colour change, maroon now. Jared on the far side with the Binocular right there in a white cap. Then follows Punjabi, and back in the field is Archibald. Towards the rear, held up with Sublimity. Also out the back, White Oak towards the inside, just behind One in the Dark and Ebba Zion, a grey. Crackaway Jack remains at the back with Blue Bajan and Snap Tie as they landed over the second flight of hurdles. And it is Ozana that leads the way to Celestial Halo and Hardy Eustace matching stride second and third, followed by Other Mix, Catch It, then Brave Inca, Ashgazar, Cybergenic, Punjabi next, then Binocular up the inside in about 11th at the moment. Green and yellow hoops with a white cap, AP McCoy, followed by River Leanne and Alf in the mid-division. Muirhead is next from Sentry Duty. Then round the inside, One in the Dark from Ebba Zion. Snap Tie moving up a few places from Jared. Then White Oak up the inside of Blue Bajan. Archibald held up well off the gallop with Sublimity, and Crackaway Jack is last of all. On now towards flight number 3, and Ozana is going to lift off in front here. 3/4 of a length, good fluent jump from Celestial Halo on the outside. A stumble at the back from Blue Bajan. So on towards the next. Ozana joined almost by Celestial Halo and Hardy Eustace. It's 3 or 4 lengths to Ashgazar to the outside of Other Mix. Then Catch It, who's flat to the boards. Binocular around the inside, moves into now 8th place as they continue on the far side of the course, and the pace is very strong. They're getting quite well strung out. Just in behind the leading 8 or 9 Punjabi. One in the Dark on the inside. Alf, who's under a bit of pressure, still towards the rear. Crackaway Jack. Archibald is well out of it. River Leanne and Cybergenic beginning to tail off. Running uphill then, about to swing left-handed. And it's Ozana and Hardy Eustace from Celestial Halo in 3rd place. They've kicked clear, haven't they? They've gone very quickly. Binocular now cruises through into 4th on the inside of Punjabi, and then the grey Other Mix. Ashgazar coming under pressure out wide. Catch It's hit a flat spot, top of the hill. Binocular went off the 6-4 favourite, and it's the dual champion Hardy Eustace in front at his 7th festival from Celestial Halo in 2nd. Ozana now struggling in 3rd place, comes under pressure, followed by Binocular easing forward with Punjabi in the grey jacket. Behind them, Muirhead in a noseband improves from One in the Dark. Sublimity is making some ground from the rear in light blue colours to the inside of Catch It, and then back in the field, White Oak trying to pick up as well. This is 3 out. Celestial Halo took over from Hardy Eustace. Punjabi is 3rd. A faller back in the field was Other Mix, as now they race down to the second last. Celestial Halo, Punjabi. McCoy is just stalking them on the favourite Binocular in 3rd place, followed by Hardy Eustace, and then Muirhead behind these, and and they're followed by one in the dark. Here is the second last, Celestial Halo and Punjabi over in front from Binocular back in third, and they're kicked away from Muirhead. Catching is boxing on, rounding the final turn. Celestial Halo and Punjabi, Binoculars just in behind them, and McCoy won't want to play his cards too soon as they run down towards the final flight in the champion hurdle. Celestial Halo and Punjabi. Celestial Halo got in a bit tight. Punjabi lands alongside. Binocular now push comes to Chuff. Trackaway Jack is running on well from the rear. In fourth place up the hill. Punjabi strikes the front from Celestial Halo. Binocular just flattening out a little. Then Trackaway Jack still staying on. Punjabi all out from Celestial Halo. Close to the finish. Punjabi desperate. Punjabi wins the champion hurdle. Tight second, Celestial Halo and Binocular. Punjabi has beaten his stablemate. Back in fourth, Crackaway Jack. Then Catch It and Muirhead, followed by Jared, Hardy Eustace, Snap Tie, one in the dark, Ozana, White Oak, Sentry Duty, Blue Bajan, and then all in a heap, Sublimity, Archibald, Brave Inca. Desperate struggle up the hill. It was such a fast pace in the early stages. Punjabi last year's third here in the hands of Barry Geraghty, who won earlier on aboard for Paddy de Plaster in the Arkle. He has just scraped in. Celestial Halo battling hard. Binocular on the near side, just flattened out slightly going up the hill. And Punjabi has got home to win the champion and improved 2 places on his effort last year for the Nicky Henderson team. And of course, well, it's either a first or second or a first and third. It's a photo 4 second at the moment. The horse that finished strongly in fourth was Crackaway Jack, that came from a long way off the pace. Second is confirmed as Celestial Halo. Binocular is third. Fourth, Crackaway Jack. And fifth home was 14, Muirhead. That's the order in the 2009 Smurfit Kappa Champion Hurdle. Punjabi, who was only third last time at Wincanton, but needed the run that day, and he's come back here to win the biggest hurdling prize of all. Barry Geraghty with Leslie Graham.
Barry Geraghty, cue for a song. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Happy days, happy days. Great performance. I thought I'd really well covered turning in, and I didn't go for all until after the last, but he ran on really well. You know, Milo was all out, but a great performance. I rode him up during the week and he felt brilliant.
Third last year, and obviously you've beaten Binocular, who was the one that, if you like, was the stable favourite today.
Yeah, well, I tipped it, and Nicky Henderson won too, and everybody's got in the middle, but it was great, brilliant.
We'll be doing well if we have a finish as exciting as that over the next 3 days, but what a day for you.
Brilliant, great. Nice to ride my first winner for Nicky in Cheltenham as well.
Good, enjoy it.
Thanks.
And Punjabi, third last year, the only other horse to be third in the champion hurdle winner. The next year was Kiri Muir in the 60s, 28 from 25 this morning. Hills Mew, they only went 22 to 1. That was the return, the 22 to 1 9th choice of the punters, and is the 5th horse to win the Fighting Fifth in the same season and the champion hurdle after Cribensis, Sea Pigeon, Night Nurse and Comedy of Errors. The runner-up was Celestial Halo, sent off at 17 to 2. Binocular, the ear-older, 6 to 4 favourite Binocular, and the 4th was Crackaway Jack at 16 to 1. Barry Geraghty completes a 406 to 1 double after for Paddy the Plasterer. Great result for the layers. Punjabi, 22 to 1.
Nicky, you're an emotional man at the best of times, so this is phenomenal.
Well, that's special. It goes back a lot. I mean, those great days of See You Thens were very, very special, and it's nice to be back with horses that can do this sort of thing.
Did you think that Punjabi could get the better? I mean, all the talk has been about Binocular, of course.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to say, but, he's always been a very talented horse. Barry gets on with him very well, and they both run tremendous races.
How does this rate with all your great wins?
Well, it's very special to see them both there. I mean, it's desperate when Celestial Halo was between them, and you think, well, you've got 2 chances, but you've still got 1 to beat. Great race.
Well done.
Nicky, right, it was a great race, and good for him too. He's had a couple of lean years at this festival. But great training performance to get this horse right. He ran him twice on the flat in the summer and he won twice. Tipped up when he was going well in the Christmas hurdle, but today much closer. He was able to sit much closer. He seems to have matured, Ted, this horse. Last year he came from way off the pace to be third. Today he was always following Ruby on Celestial Halo. Real good end-to-end gallop.
It was a great end. The horses jumped super, and the 2 4-year-olds or the 2 5-year-olds ran well. Binocular and Celestial Halo ran well. Just the older horse was tougher on the day. He quickened up going to the last and held them well. Both, as I said, the 2 young horses have run crackers. They were the top 2 4-year-olds last year. Celestial Halo just got under the last a little bit. Punjabi was just that little bit quicker. That was the second last, and he got in front of him. Hard as Celestial Halo tried and hard as Binocular tried to close that gap, the older horse just had too many guns from. Off the last bend, you kind of felt that Barry was going to... AP hadn't just gone for everything at this stage, but the 2 in front had stretched him, and going to the last, it's hard to say Binocular didn't see it out. They all jumped it sort of adequate without being extravagant, but up that hill is a long drag, and Punjabi got his head in front, and in fairness to him, he wasn't going to be denied. And what a huge race. Crackaway Jack rang back and forth as well too.
Yeah, tremendous finish. And Jim, did you ever think Binocular was going to get there?
No, he just looked me going well on the turn. He just emptied going to the last. He wasn't as fluent over that as he had been over all the others, and he just ran on at one pace. But it was a terrific race. The first 3 all got great rides. They all gave their all, and they all emerged with loads of credit.
First 4 even, Crackaway Jack,
sorry, yeah.
Well, what a cracking
point,
race.
yeah.
Well, he had a cracking race he's run as well too. They all got in a little bit tight to the last. None of them really stood out at it, and but they were flat to the mat at that stage. Both jockeys turned their sticks into their right hand now, and both horses answer everything. And Binocular has stayed all the way to the line.
He stayed right the way.
People would say he didn't get to the hill. He got every step of the way.
If you'd watch this now, you'd be saying, well, hang on, if he rode him again, he should be making more use of it. But last year we said, hang on, he's got there too soon. You know, maybe he's only a 5-year-old.
That's it.
And just got beaten by a really good horse, or maybe he just wasn't 100%. He got himself really warm beforehand. But whatever it was, the fact remains, tremendous finish, and great for Nicky Henderson. £200,000 on the Trainers' Championship. It's not all one way for Paul Nicholls, and this festival, along with Aintree, of course, will make a big difference, but he's just closed the gap a little bit.
The horses have all tried well. Look at their heads are out in front of them, outstretched.
Well, a fantastic race. You could have thrown an oversized tea towel over the first 3 home. And Punjabi ran a blinder last year. Because if he hadn't fallen at Kempton at Christmas, he'd have won the $1 million bonus for the fighting 5th, the Kempton race, and the champion. I don't suppose they'll be worrying about that.